All right. Hey everyone, we're just gonna wait till some more people come in. How was your day for anyone who does show up? All right. I know I didn't have this planned, but I figured I might as well try to do one. Tell you the truth, I didn't really have this planned until now. Just want to wait till some people decide to come in. Got some very interesting topics to talk about today. All right. Or at least I could make some announcements real quick. All right. At first, I didn't think I was going to do this live stream. I don't know. I thought I was going to be busy this weekend, but apparently not. So basically, yeah. So first off, I'm going to do is I'm going to make some announcements about where to support me for those who may not support my channel or anything. I have multiple channels. So it may take a while or quick, but I'm going to try to see if I can get them. And then I might try to promote the channels again. A little tired, but you know what? We're going to try our best. All right. Wait, hold on a second. All right. Let me see if everyone can see my screen, whoever's watching. Okay, people can see my screen. These are just some of the channels that I have. Make sure if you're not supporting or sub to these channels, make sure you support these channels. This is one. This is my main channel. This is JDawg 8807. And I will give the link to my channel and put it in the chat room. And that's not the only channel that I have, though. We also have this channel right here. Here's a sorry about that. But right here is I have a number of backups. This is one of my backups right here. This is JDawg Speak. So make sure you subscribe to JDawg Speak. This is JDawg. Hey Penny, what's up? I'm just showing you my backup channels and my main channel. So what's up? Sometimes it takes a while for people to come in or people to get notifications of my live stream, especially when I don't schedule it. And sometimes even when I schedule it, the word doesn't get out. That's why I wish I have a community page. JDawg Speak only has 81 subscribers. We're hoping to move this one up in the near future. Same with Voice of JDawg. So yeah, if no one is subscribed to any of these backup channels, make sure you subscribe to these backup channels. This is another one of my backup channels right here. Oh, thank you, Penny. Here's another one of my backups. This is Voice of JDawg. Yeah, this is Voice of JDawg. Next is JDawg. Now, I do have another one, but I'm about to bring it up in a few minutes. But this one right here is called JDawg Talk. This is the one I have the least. JDawg Talks. And then I forgot to put one up about to now. So here's the one I forgot to put up. Right here. Now this one I have is this one where I have the second most views. Now, as you know, this one was for the one I was originally meant to do my live streams on, but I decided for the past couple of months I've been deciding to do my live streams on my main channel. Now I'll keep this one around in case something happens, like with floods and stuff. If I can't do live streams on my main channel, I'll at least have this one. This is JDawg Live right here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some other. This is my Black Junction, my JDawg 88 channel, and it's one of my Black Junction channels. Well, this is my Black Junction channel, so. No, wait, hold on. Yeah, this is my JDawg 88. This is my Black Junction from the website Black Junction Show. I'm going to give you the link so y'all can join my Black Junction channel. Well, technically, my Black Junction TV channel. So I'm going to put the link to that. These are most of the channels that I do my videos. Oh, wait, Prince. I think there's another JDawg one. Yeah, but it's mine. Just remember, mine has the microphone yellowish. But this is my Black Junction. So make sure anyone new coming in who's not subscribed to any of these channels, make sure you subscribe. I have other platforms channels like on Twitter and stuff like that. But for those people who might get confused on the live stream channels, so yeah, this is my Black Junction page. Also, this is my Black Space page at blackspace.com. This is the replacement of Black Spot. Now it's called Black Space. This is the last one I'm going to do, then I'm going to stop. And I'm going to put my phone on mute. I mean, my live stream on mute while I check something out. You know, I'll promote more later. I'll put my speaker on silent mode real quick, and I'll check some. I need to check something out. I'll be right back. Sorry for the hold up. Let me clean my screen off real quick. Let's see, we only got 2 people. I wonder if you still hear Penny. All right. All right. How's your day so far for those who still may be watching? Oh, okay, good. All right. If you want to get on, I can send you, put in the link in the chat room for you to be on the panel. But let me do something real quick. I'm going to try to see if we can get some more people to come on over before we get started with today's topics. Yeah, if you probably wanted to know, I'm putting the links of the panel back on the live stream link in the chat. So this is for anyone who wants to try to get on. All right. We got a lot of interesting topics to talk about today. Oh, okay. Yeah, send me your email, Penny, and what's your email? Because I don't think I have your email. Just give me your email. Give it to me in the chat room. I'll make sure to delete it, or you can delete it on your own. Okay, that's your email. All right. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it in my contacts list, and then just for safekeeping, so you know the next time I want to email you something in the future, especially if I have to, and now I'm going to give you the link. All right, so this is going to take a while, but I do now have you in my contacts list. But all right, about to send you that link right now. All right, we got more people coming in. So yeah, look for your look at Google Hangout, look at your email or anywhere else, and you should hopefully be able to find it there. See, first I gotta See where your name went. All right. Let's see. Penny. I'm also going to send a link to some other people. So that's why it might take a little while, because I'm also going to try to send this link to other people that hopefully will come over, or if they want to come on the stream and stuff. But I think I do see your name somewhere. Oops, sorry about that. All right, yeah, I found your name. Like I said, it's only going to take a while because I'm trying to put give the link to other people that hopefully will show up or anything. All right, let me see if your name is one of the names. All right, okay, good. All right, Penny, I'm about to send you the link. Okay, the link is sent. So check your email to see if it's in the live. If the link to be in the panel is there. Also, make sure you check Google Hangout and other areas. Yeah, next time I need to ask Crew if I could borrow some of his music. That's the next thing I need to do. Because I remember that one time I tried to put in music, I ended up with a copyright notice. I don't want to go through that again. All right, I think I heard something. All right, Penny, how's it going?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing good.
Are you getting any feedback from me?
So far, no, I'm not hearing anything.
Okay, that's good.
So that's just people that also live here coming back home.
No, sometimes like when I have the Hangouts open and I have YouTube open on my phone, if you gotta you gotta basically turn the sound off of the YouTube and let the Hangouts.
Yeah. Mute that audio, and then um. All right. So now that you're here, let's get on with our today's topics. So let's start with our first topic. I think on one of my live streams, I talked about an Alabama newspaper publisher that was like, it's time for the KKK to night ride again because he's not happy with the Democratic Party. He thinks it's a socialist party, communist party. But we know the real reason why he said all that is because more black people vote Democrat when it comes to elections than any other party, and then that's what he believes. And so otherwise, why would you say the KKK should do night rides again? That's just admitting you're racist.
Well, not only that, I mean, that's a very provocative statement, and to me, that's like an act of terror.
Yep. So I'm surprised that the police. Well, I'm not surprised. We know that they ain't gonna go after because if a black person said that we're gonna get the Black Panther Party or something like that, all of a sudden the FBI is at my doorstep. Well, I'm hearing rumors now that he may be replaced by some black woman publisher. So that's in a way kind of good because he does not deserve to be a news publisher because he'll be the type of news publisher that probably does propaganda pieces against black folk. And he's part of that mainstream media that use propaganda against non-white people, especially black people. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I think here's.
I don't. I don't think. Of course, they're not going to take it seriously, and they're not going to do anything about it. Because black
No.
people aren't raising hell about it.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
but
a lot
for
of us are
because
known.
technically he's not attacking black people. I mean, we know it's a racist term against black. The KKK has been racist against black people. Well, but technically he didn't say black people, but we know. But he's right unhappy with the Democrats. But we know that he probably don't like black people either.
Okay,
And
so
and
do you not think that maybe his terminology or his term Democrat might mean like something else? I mean, because most of the people who are voting Democrats are black people.
Oh yeah, I did say that. You know what? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's thinking that. But here's the ironic. Yeah, you're right because yeah, because like you said, most black people do vote Democrat. But here's the thing: Guess who created the KKK? It was the Democrats.
It was those Dixiecrats.
Yes, and you know what? A lot of black people are not happy with the Democrats either. We can't trust any of these political parties.
No, and I'm kind of glad this is happening. To be honest, I am.
Well, make
Um, I'm looking at like the difference in opinions between like my generation and my mother's generation. And like my mother and my stepfather and a lot of my older relatives and even the people that are in like in their inner circle, they are diehard Democrats. And I had to explain to my mother about what Kamala Harris was doing because she's just like, "Oh, this is great. We got Kamala Harris and Elizabeth Warren." And I'm like, "Well, not exactly." And I kind of had to break it down to her. Now, do I believe she's going to actually listen to me? No, she's not.
nope.
But, we're on social media all the time. My mother's not on social media all the time.
Yeah, so she's probably not listening to black-owned media like us.
Right.
But yeah, the thing is, um, what am I about to say? The thing is that Kamala Harris and Elizabeth Warren. Matter of fact, I will talk about the whole reparations discussion. All I gotta say is the Democrats are starting to pander. So you know what? Let's let that be our next topic since we are in the bringing up the Democrats. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to show you an article real quick. Um, here.
Have you heard of Taz Exclusives?
I think I've subscribed to their channel, his channel, and yeah, I think I've heard of that individual.
Yeah, he's got a lot of information on there about Kamala. Well, he has some information about Kamala Harris, and I know Nyla does. She has a sleeper cell about
Yeah,
Kamala Harris, and I knew years ago how this lady was. I'm way on the other side. I'm 3,000 miles away from California, so but I was still familiar with her. And when she put her hat in, when she put her bid in, I'm like, really? Does this lady really think that's, we're going to fall for this with her history? But
I know her as a prosecutor, she was attacking black people, including black women. She was trying to arrest single black mothers because their kids decided to skip school, and it wasn't even the mother or parents' fault. And then there was the situation with Oscar Grant. You know that even her father is unhappy with Kamala Harris?
I heard about that. I didn't actually watch the video or even read any content about what he said, but I saw the recommendations on my YouTube page, and I'm gonna tell you that whole thing that happened with Oscar Grant. I wouldn't even go see Fruitville Station. I refuse to go. Certain content like that, I can't do it because I don't want to go into an emotional overload. Some things I have to just scale back from. Some things I can't watch.
Yeah, I hear you. And but yeah, now back to Kamala Harris's father. I mean, this is before we go to this article. Kamala Harris's father is very unhappy with Kamala Harris because of that whole how she's pandering to all these stereotypes about black people and Jamaicans and stuff, the smoking, inhaling. And it's like, it's because, Jamaicans are known to smoke marijuana. A lot of people smoke marijuana. White people smoke marijuana. But when you're trying to criminalize marijuana, you tie it to black people. All right, we got T-Mec with Miss Les in the chat room. How you doing? Hey, if you want something to say, there's a link to the Hangout if you're able to get in. If you want something to say. But yeah, Kamala Harris is doing all this stereotypical stuff, trying to get the black vote, and I'm so happy that a lot of black people are not falling for it. So now the next strategy the Democrats are going to do is try to ignore us, to try to get white people, which is not a good strategy. That's because most white voters currently right now are in favor of Trump. Now, the whole reparation situation. We've heard about ADOS, the American Descendants of Slaves, and people are now brought the conversation on reparations back up.
Mm-hmm.
So you have this article. Kamala Harris and Elizabeth Warren are trying to be among the people that wants to bring reparations back for Black Americans who are the impacted legacy of slavery and stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot of talk about this reparations, because we're also going to talk about what Elizabeth Warren said who else should be getting reparations, and we're going to talk about this lady who's trying to run that also wants to, and she even has a specific number of money she wants to give it. And then you got Tucker Carlson bringing this guest that is talking negatively about reparations and stuff. I'm going to bring that up too later. But yeah, so Kamala Harris and Elizabeth Warren are both a couple of the Democratic candidates that are bringing up the talk about reparations. So we're going to go to this article real quick. Democratic presidential hopefuls Senator Kamala Harris of California and Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts have both said recently that they are that they support the idea of reparations for Black Americans impacted by the legacy of slavery. Harris, who announced her bid for president last month, discussed the issue on New York radio show The Breakfast Club. So that was one thing that a lot of people are not talking about, The Breakfast Club, that she did talk about that, but I think it's kind of pandering, but where she agreed with hosts that reparations and race consciousness policies are needed to begin addressing problems of inequity and discrimination, inequalities and discrimination in America. And it says here, we have to be honest that people in this country do not start from the same place or have access to the same opportunities, Harris said in a statement to the New York Times on Thursday, doubling down on her remarks. I'm serious about taking an approach that would change policy and structures and make real investments in Black communities. Is she true or is she just pandering? And then if she happens to get into the elected, it's going to be up to us to pressure her further to make sure she goes in on her promises. That means we're going to have to go to these town hall meetings. We're going to have to do maybe more protests. We have to go to the city halls and stuff like that, state capitol, the White House itself, if we're able to. And yeah, we got to go at these candidates. We got to put in a Black agenda. We're not expecting the politicians to give us a Black agenda. We have to demand a Black agenda. We got to fight for a Black agenda, and we got to demand and preach a Black agenda in order and actually do stuff to actually get the Black agenda that we want, even without the help of politicians. But yeah, Warren, who all right, now I'm about to read this article again because this talks about Elizabeth Warren. This next part, Warren has also voiced her support for reparations. We must comfort the dark history of slavery and government-sanctioned discrimination in this country that has many consequences, including undermining the abilities of Black families to build wealth in America for generations, Warren said Thursday in a statement. She added, Black families have had a much steeper hill to climb, and we need systematic structural changes to address that. Now, they're also talking about Senator Bernie Sanders. He's supposed to be this progressive hero and stuff like that, and he was one of the few people who did not want reparations. You want to know, and of course the Clintons didn't want reparations. Even Obama did not want reparations. But you have some Black people going how great Obama was and stuff. But even Obama didn't want us to get reparations. But you know what? I think I'm going to click off my screen because I think that's what much I'm going to say on this article. I mean, we're going to still bring up the topic of reparations this live stream. But yeah, I'm just going by what's going on with at least some parts of that article, what's going on. So do you have anything to say, Penny Sparks, about this? Penny, are you there? I want to know what people in the chat room have to say.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Give me a second. Hold on.
All right.
I've got a lot of background noise, so give me a minute. You can proceed.
Yeah. Well, what I'm trying to say is there's been a lot of talks of this reparation stuff for years, and now, and I guess it's now basically we don't want just money. We want land. We want tangibles. We want policies. and we want to be treated as a protected class, a protected group of citizens, because black people are not a protected group of citizens like the illegal immigrants or the gay community are.
Okay, I'm back. I agree. We well, about Kamala and Elizabeth Warren and even Bernie Sanders, I believe all three of them were initially against reparations, but it wasn't until Marianne Williamson threw that out there. I think is when Elizabeth Warren and Kamala Harris decided to pick that up because they know that they don't have our support, and so they're throwing anything out there as bait. I want to see what are your plans for reparations? Do they have a plan? Are they just saying this?
I
Do they
know
have?
that's another thing that people are talking about is is their actual plan to help give us the reparations.
Yeah,
Because so far, I don't see anything.
I don't either. And to be quite frank, I take my chances with Donald Trump's 10-point plan for African Americans. Have you seen that? I don't either. And to be quite frank, I take my chances with Donald Trump's 10-point plan for African Americans.
Oh, yeah, looks like you got a little feedback. No, I never heard of it. Probably something. Would you like to explain this thing that Donald Trump is talking about?
Yeah, I'll pull it up real quickly. This was a 10-point plan that he actually introduced when he was running for president. And I had never heard of it until Nyla says she actually mentioned it. And so she pulled it up. I guess she did a screen share. And I was like, really? I hadn't heard of it. Excuse me, I'm typing. Let's see. Yeah, I hadn't heard of it. And my thing was, well, why didn't the Democratic Party just pick this up and run with it? But they didn't. And the reason why is because one of those points in that plan specifically said that he would remove these illegals from urban areas and revitalize the community. And I think the Democrats didn't want that because they're pushing immigration really hard.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You see, these Democrats, and guess what? They did everything to cater to the immigrants, but majority of the Latino community that was allowed to vote, most of them, or at least maybe not most of them, but at least a high percentage of them. I'm not saying the entire, because a lot of Latinos voted for the Democrats too, but there was a high percentage of them that also went for Donald Trump because they want to be classified as white because, especially the white Latinos. So we know that a lot of the minority groups picked the Democrats, but when it came to the minority people, the blacks, Latinos, and Asians that voted for Trump, we had the less amount of people that voted for Trump, but Asians and Latinos voted for Trump more than black people. That tells you right there that black people are extremely more loyal, especially black women, are more loyal to Democratic Party than, and even some men, black men, are more loyal to the Democratic Party or in the 21st century than any other group. Heck, even
Yeah.
some of us black men are less loyal to the Democrats than you guys. But the Democrats don't try to do anything to help the black community.
Right.
And that's why a lot of black people, both black men, black women, black children, black straight people especially, and even some black LGBT members are are basically, well, saying we had enough. We're either going to go to other party, or we're going to try to form an other party, or we're just not going to vote at all. Because you
Right.
want to cater to another group. All right, so we got two other people showing up. We got this T-Mech, and then this mysterious symbol. Looks like it's a Chinese symbol. Please state your name so we know who you are.
Well, I don't know who he is, but this is Miss Les. What's going on, JDawg? What's going on, Penny?
Hi, how are
Hey,
you?
what's going on?
I'm good. I'm good.
Huh?
Huh?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. I'm just listening to y'all. Talk a little bit about Kamala Harris and the reparations. I think Penny made a good point about Trump's 10-point plan, and I think there might be a little bit confusion about what I'm hearing on why Trump stopped rolling out his 10-point plan. What he was actually trying to do is he was trying to cut $1 trillion from the global warming budget. And it wasn't really us Black people that were pushing back on that. He was getting a lot of pushback from the environmentalists. But it is also very true that we should have stepped up to the plate and we should have started looking at that and analyzing that a little bit more, because he did have it on his website where he was acknowledging that we as a community, we are being disenfranchised by all of the immigrants that are coming here, and we continue to be the lowest at the economic pole. So it's very interesting that I am an ADOS and I support the movement, but it's interesting that this is coming back up now that we have the momentum of social media.
You mean the aspect of his 10-point plan?
I mean, I think Trump he's probably going to bring it back up now when he runs in 2020 again to compete.
Mm-hmm.
But
yes, because he knows that in order to win now, he's going to either have the biggest amount of white people voting for him, or he's going to have at least a small spring. He's going to get almost the entire white vote. But how big the fact that all the white people are dying from opioids, he's going to have to get a little sprinkle of our community to now help him win, along with the electoral college. And he knows that. That's why he will try to do something like cater to us with continuing this plan, or even talks and reparations.
yeah.
Did you also notice that he's actually done more to address us than the Democrats? And first of all, I am not defending Donald Trump. He is shown to be a racist. But when three innocent people had it to be pardoned, whether it's from the state or local, guess who were the people that were willing to pardon them? It was either him or another Republican. I think I think it was a Republican governor that is trying to get her out of prison, because they realized they made a mistake, and that she killed that person out of self-defense, not capital murder.
Yeah, you're talking about Centoya Brown.
Yes, Centoya Brown. Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to give him too much credit for pardoning JDawg.
I'm not either.
I mean, I feel like he should be pardoning more people, because he's been in office now 2 years. It's going to be 3 years. Well, it's 3 years now. Yeah. But in comparison to other presidents, he's kind of going at a slower rate for the pardons. But I think just as a general point, the parties are so far left and so far right, where the Republicans are going to win is a lot of us are not wanting to vote for the candidate being pushed in the Democrat Party.
Right. I mean, I think we're going to be in the same situation we were for 2016.
2016? Yeah.
Because look at the Democrats that are running, really. And the vote's going to get split up.
Yeah.
Because I mean, and honestly, at this point, I'm thinking about withholding my vote. This is
And you
how
know what?
disgusted I
That's a
am
good
with the
point. That
process.
is a good point because I think what happened back in 2016 is a lot of us got so caught up in the mania that we didn't like Trump. We automatically voted for Hillary. Hillary got the popular vote by millions. But I think with this time around, a lot of us are waking up and we're like, I don't want to vote for him, but I don't want to vote for somebody else that has the LGBT community and illegal the dreamers and the immigrants held above us.
Right.
Oh, and
Okay.
here's another thing. First of all, hey, Alibaba Bib Baba at I keep pronouncing this person's name wrong. It's a long name, but he's a good person. Um, you know what? A lot of Democrats who are actual voters didn't even want Hillary to even be the nominee. You see, a lot of people wanted um, Bernie Sanders, but then again, a lot of people are now starting to not trust Bernie Sanders either, especially black people.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. Have you ever heard of the super delegates? Oh, hey, my tribe TV all out attack. I want to show your video about Tucker Carlson in this video real quick, but I'm going to talk about this first. But I just wanted you to know that. Oh, plus, if you want to come on in and just have your opinion on the situation, there's a link to come on the panel. Matter of fact, I'll just put it in real quick again. And I think I may have also emailed you it. So just in case you your 2 cents into the discussion. But I just want you to tell that my tribe. All right, now back to what I was saying. There's this thing in the Democratic Party, these votes, it's like the Electoral College, but they're called superdelegates. Did you know that those votes can be 10 times as powerful as just a regular person voting in a primary, in a presidential primary? Because you know what a primary is. Those are elections within the party to decide on who gets to represent the Democrats in the general election. Bernie Sanders did well in the caucuses and stuff like that. However, them super delegates were very biased and they tried to cheat a lot of Democratic progressives because there's this current civil war between progressive Democrats, which are the grassroots, and the corporate centrist Democrats, which is the Obamas and the Hillary Clinton and stuff like that. And the super delegates were more biased to the centrist in favor of the centrists, and that's why Hillary got the nomination in the first place. So it wasn't just only Republicans that didn't want to vote for Hillary. There was a lot of Democrats, especially progressives, that didn't want to vote for Hillary either. And then, of course, we didn't vote for Hillary as much. Yeah, she got the popular vote, but there was a lot of black people that sat out or voted for Jill Stein because Jill Stein was a part of the Green Party, and she actually was also in favor of reparations, although I had to hold her feet to the fire still. So a lot of black people didn't vote for Hillary Clinton as much as you think, and that was why Trump won. Because there were some people who voted in the Democratic Party to determine who got to take on Trump that felt they got cheated out too. And that's why recently there was a new rule that tried to lower the power of the superdelegates, but progressives, their goal is that they want the leadership within the Democrat Party committee to the DNC to get rid of superdelegates altogether because they think that they're using the superdelegates to push people that we may not want to be the nominee to take on Trump. The biased people of the superdelegates would probably pick Kamala Harris, while the grassroots everyday voter try to pick either Bernie or Warren or Galbert. So that's something you may also need to know. So I want to know what y'all think about what I just said.
I've read a couple things on the super delegates. I've come to the conclusion that the super delegate thing might have been something started by Bernie supporters, because I've seen things that said even if the super delegates didn't exist, Bernie still would not have gotten that Democratic nomination. They already had it made up that Hillary was going to come out of that party. Um, you made another point about us voting for Trump. Sorry, us not voting for Hillary. I can agree with that to a certain extent. I think a couple million of us didn't vote at all in 2016. So yeah, that's a good point.
Yes,
a good point.
You see, that's why the previous DNC resigned, because Debbie Wasserman Schultz was the DNC at the time, and she was known behind the scenes to do all this cheating in the primaries to help Hillary Clinton get the nomination, and that was why she resigned. And Donald Brazil was the interim, and she got in trouble because she was giving out debate questions to Hillary before the actual debates. And now a lot of people are not trusting Tom Perez. He's another centrist, and they wanted a lot of voters, a lot of people wanted Keith Ellison to be the new DNC because he was progressive, but Obama screwed Keith Ellison by bringing in Tom Perez, getting Tom Perez to get in, and then of course some of the centrists within, because to get the DNC position as chairman position, it's voted within, no Democratic voters. It's voted within the committee to pick the leader, and that ended up being Tom Perez, and a lot of people don't trust Tom Perez. So yeah, this is another reason why a lot of people are not feeling the Democratic Party who are Democrats or non-affiliates, even though they hate Trump and the Republicans.
I mean, the Democrats have basically taken our vote for granted. They have, and they feel like, well, they don't. I mean, they don't have any. They don't need to offer us anything. I mean, Hillary Clinton said it herself. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Well, you don't have to tell me again. And like I said, I'm thinking about seriously withholding my vote, my 2020 vote in the presidential election. But of course, I'm going to cast my vote for the local election. But nobody.
Remember, you have better chances of things going your way in the local, city, and local votes than the general presidential, Congress, and Senate votes.
Yeah, voting for local government is very important.
But
matter of fact, they affect you more than the what's going on in DC.
That's correct. That's correct. JDawg, I have the 10-point plan pulled up if you just want me to read them.
Can you? Is it okay if it's if you have a website? If it's okay if you
post
if
it in
not,
the chat?
if you want to read it?
I mean, I can post it in the chat too.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, that would be good.
Can I just rattle off the 10 points? Because all of it's basically centered around immigration. And I think that's, that's a dirty word right now. Depending on your perspective and how you feel about it, it could be a dirty word. Some people don't want to hear it because they're all for it. So there's the link. I posted it in the chat. And
here's what I'm also going to do. I'm also going to try to see if I can open my screen. Maybe I can, yeah, it's good to be showed this. All right. I'm looking at your the thing right here. All right, so if y'all looking into the screen, I'm looking at the thing right here. So here's the thing: build wall in catch and release. That means catch and release is getting the immigrants and then just releasing them anywhere.
Yeah,
because they could still be coming back in. Create a deportation task force and focus on criminals in the country illegally, defund sanctuary cities, because guess what? There's no sanctuary cities for Black people.
Hear ye. Yes, you're right.
Cancel President Obama's executive actions, extreme vetting, block immigrants from some nations. Now, remember, he also did a travel ban to prevent certain groups from coming into the country from any countries that he consider hostile or anyone that is having any terrorist activity, and they ended up coming in here through plane, because remember, most criminals outside the country come through plane more than from the border. Okay, number 7 is force other countries to take back those who the U.S. wants to deport. That means he wants their governments to be taking anyone that we send back to their countries and have them disciplined by their own government. Get biometric visa tracking system fully in place, strengthening e-verify block jobs for the undocumented. Sorry about that. And limit legal immigration, lower it to historical norms, and set new caps. And then here's all this stuff. I might leave a link to this in the description box later on if y'all, for those who might, watch the replay and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm about to. So yeah, thank you, Penny, for or whoever, for sending me this this link. Oh hey, Daryl, welcome. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. Good thing we got 4 more people watching. Make sure y'all hit that like button. But yeah, this is very interesting stuff. So yes.
The biggest roadblock he's facing is that first point, building that wall.
Yep. And that's why he was so interested in all right, now my tribe, if you're still here, I understand you did a video on this guest attacking reparations and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to your channel real quick, and I want to see if I can play that video. So
Hello?
oh, hey, hold on. I'm just wondering if my tribe is
Somebody dropped off, I think.
Oh, Tim, yeah. I don't know why, but hopefully she comes back. If not, that's okay. It was good that she showed up. Make sure you all subscribe to her.
She's back.
Oh, okay. My tribe, are you still here? I just wanted you to know we're about to play this video because I think it's the only place I could so far find it. And I figured it would be a good thing to, watch.
America, look, America has a history of 200 years of slavery. People aren't starting out on the same base in terms of their ability to succeed. And so we have got to recognize that and give people a lift up.
So you are for some type of...
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. It used to be an eccentric opinion. Suddenly lots of people seem to have, not just Kamala Harris today, just today, Senator Elizabeth Warren, maybe under the influence of Paley, said that she also supports reparations. So did Julian Castro. Just 2 years ago, keep in mind, Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton were both asked about this, and both said they opposed it. 5 years now, we'll be tearing down statues for taking that position, but that's where we are today. Author and columnist Mark Stein has been following this and joins us tonight. Seems like things are moving kind of fast, Mark.
Yeah, they are. And this is disturbing if reparations is becoming a
disturbing
position. It's particularly absurd, I think, for Elizabeth Warren to be in favor of that. This is someone who, in a sense, has benefited from a fake appropriation of racial events, as you know, the business about her being 1024th Native American, presumably, and yet presenting herself as Harvard Law School's first woman of color. That's what happens when you actually get into this sort of neo-apartheid of racial classification. And I find it particularly absurd. I mean, when Kamala Harris says people are not starting from the same point, slavery was abolished a century and a half ago. Nobody alive today has a grandparent who was a slave. And in that sense, I think you reach a point where, you know, you need to move on. I mean, the reparations thing, eventually, as the decades go by, becomes ridiculous. I'm Canadian. I think you guys should give us reparations, because if you hadn't had the revolution, we'd have the whole continent would now be Canada. And if you were going to steal our land from us and drive the loyalists out, Tucker, you could at least have divided the continent east-west so that we Canadians weren't holed up in the coal bit. Well, exactly. I think I'd have the half without the Californian presidential candidates in it, on balance, or maybe the bit in the middle, and you guys can have the two coasts. But the point here is this is nothing real. This is nothing real to the lived experience of people of all kinds of identities today, and certainly not to Kamala. Kamala Harris has a Jamaican father and an Indian mother. And I don't know whether it's the identity politics, as her father was suggesting earlier today. I don't know whether it's this whole identity politics obsession that means she has to feel she has to genuflect to this because her own experience is in fact entirely apart from the African American slave experience.
It's also bad though. It's really divisive. Mark Stein, great to see you. Thank you for that. It is.
Thanks a lot, Tucker.
See ya. Time now for final exam. Two contestants create chaos.
Did you see what that idiot just said? He's saying that we should see. Here's the thing: we're always told in the black community by people outside of the black community we have to, so quote unquote, move on and stuff like that. We are owed reparations. Let me tell you something, and we're owed more than just money. And then he want to talk about that Canadians should get reparations. I'm like, yeah, right. Yeah, Canadians weren't put in slaves. You were about to say something?
Yeah. Hey, K. Archie. Everyone's always telling us to get over it. That's not going to happen. You don't tell the Japanese to get over Pearl Harbor. You don't tell the Jews to get over the Holocaust. Everybody has gotten something except for us, and they want us to just hush up and be quiet. But this guy, what he's saying makes absolutely no sense, being that the reparations argument is nothing new. Matter of fact, John Conyers, I believe it was him, who he brought this up years ago, and I think it was something similar to this that was mentioned, and it was somewhat a form of reparation. So this is not a new thing. This is something that African Americans have been trying to push through for a long time, and I just think it's very. I mean, our servitude, our suffrage has been worse than anybody's, and it's still ongoing. You know, when you account for institutional, mass incarceration, the crack cocaine epidemic, and those two elements alone, that's enough. Those two elements alone are enough to argue for reparations, being that there's documentation proving that the crack cocaine epidemic was specifically targeted for African Americans and those hippies back during the 60s. I mean, there's documentation proving that. So
I know. Matter of fact, I heard that there was a reporter that tried to document, and he unfortunately ended up getting killed and they try to make it look like a suicide. But yeah, he documented that was the plans of the government and stuff like that, from Nixon to Reagan and even Lyndon Johnson planned all that.
I mean, even with the issue of mass incarceration, well, I'll say both mass incarceration and the crack cocaine epidemic, because they kind of tie in together. Even when if you take that and you compare to the opioid epidemic and how um, opioid addicts are getting treatment. I want to say it was in Missouri. I think it was Missouri, where they changed certain Schedule 2 or 3 drugs. They decriminalized them from felons to felonies to misdemeanors. I mean, just that's just on a small scale. That's just the small stuff that we know, and those two alone are enough to argue that those families, even if it's not me, the people who the families that have been harmed by mass incarceration and the crack cocaine epidemic, that's something for them, for them to get.
Yeah, I know. But I'm about to say, yeah. Now they also brought up the Elizabeth Warren situation. I looked at an article and I heard that they're saying Elizabeth Warren wants to bring in reparations for Native Americans and stuff like that. Like, there we go. Now they're trying to fit other groups in. And another thing is, I think Tariq brought something up, and I think in one of his tweets, that Native Americans also held slaves, stuff like that. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it.
They held slaves and they turned in slaves. They caught us running through. Hi, everybody.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing good. I was trying to figure out where I was, where your broadcast was, and everything. So I'm here. Hello.
Hi. You must be K.
That's me.
All right. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry. It looks like JMJ is here too. How's it going?
He's probably trying to set himself up.
Oh, okay, we'll let him set himself up. But we'll see. What was about? Oops.
All you were looking for something.
I'm going to show you this tweet from Tariq Nasheed. I like Tariq Nasheed's tweets and stuff. He's so creative with his tweets. But anyway, it says here, several Native American tribes enslaved Black Americans, and the Treaty of 1866 stated that these tribes are supposed to give the same government-backed benefits they receive to the descendants of Black freemen, but they don't. So there was actually a treaty that in the Native American tribes, along with the government, were supposed to help give some of that money over to Black people. And they broke all their promises, just like they broke the promises to the Native Americans by messing up their lands, pipelines. I wonder if their Native American lands being messed up by pipelines is kind of karma for enslaving us.
I would say so.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Yeah, that's kind of what they get. I mean, I hate to make it like karma to them or whatever, because they were done wrong as well. But we, as YouTube content creators, YouTubers, YouTube followers, watchers, whatever, we all need to get to be saying the same thing. So this AI system, artificial intelligence, it picks up words and stuff. We all need to be saying the same thing. At least type it in your browser or something, and talking about reparations in some type of way, shape, or form, so they can really get serious in Congress on Capitol Hill about doing something to repair our situation. It's really dire out here.
Yeah, I know. Let me click off my screen real quick. But yeah, but then again, you get the Latino group. You have AOC is what they call her, Alexandra Ocasio. She's saying that she is a descendant of black of descendants of slavery, but she's not black and stuff like that. I'm like, there's the groups trying to chip in, and then you got a lot of immigrant blacks who are not happy with ADOS and stuff like that. Or they'd be like, well, you may be black and born here, but your great grandfather may be from Jamaica or something like that.
But you know, that is something that's a valid point, because let's say you and I are from Congo. So you come from Congo on the boat. First stop might be Dominicana. So you have a Dominican or Puerto Rican. You go to do sugarcane over in Puerto Rico, or sugarcane in Haiti. And now you have a Haitian person, and then you have a Dominican or Haitian person or Puerto Rican, and then you come to the States. Now, but we all come from Congo. You know, the whole boat came from Congo. So we have different people. I'm kind of curious as to how they're going to address that, because that means we're all descendants from slaves. It's just how do you break that down? I don't know. I'd like to hear somebody's idea on how they would sift that out, because a Haitian would be a descendant of a slave as well.
Remember, the France, but they weren't sent. But when we talk about ADOS, we talk about American. We're talking about here in the United States. I'm surprised it's not called the United States descendants of slaves, but that's remember. Oh, by the way, the people who created the ADOS were people like Yvette Carnell and Tone Talk. Matter of fact, you remember the woman we just talked about, Michelle something, who first brought up. She was actually on Tone Talk show recently.
I see.
I didn't watch the whole video because it's on Black Junction TV. I didn't watch the whole video, or at least not yet. But yeah, I found out that one of those candidates actually appeared on Tone Talk show. That he was one of the people that brought us the hashtag ADOS and has created a website and a conference or something that's coming up soon.
Very interesting.
Yes. And then you had roly-poly Martin. It's like, are you going to talk to any of these black leaders, you so-called calling us fake conscious people and stuff like that? Well, guess what? Tone Talk just talked to one person just now.
Yeah, that what's that lady's name? Marianne
Williamson. Marianne Williamson.
She creeps me out. She looked like that character from Get Out, like she's trying to hypnotize, but she creeped me out. I don't like watching her.
She wrote a book several years ago, probably about 20 years ago. I read that book and I was like, what is this? Because she was on Oprah Winfrey's show, and Oprah Winfrey, I think this was at the time she had that Goofy Book Club or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. And she had Marianne Williamson on there. And, she's such a spiritual woman, and read my book and you'll be enlightened and you'll see how to get in touch with your third eye. It was something along that line. So me being, I'm like, oh, wow, this sounds like this is a good thing. So I went out and bought the book, and I was like,
I'm down for opening up your chakras and your third eyes and all that stuff. I'm down for that, but that lady is creepy. My third eye says she's creepy. She's up to something. I can't
I don't think they're serious about reparations. I really don't.
I don't
and the only
I don't think so either. And you know what? I think they're going to try to ignore the black vote, and they're going to ignore because they know that they're not getting our support.
Yeah, they can try it. They can try it.
Yeah, they can try to ignore that. Watch it, and I'm hearing that they're going to try to cater to the white working class and stuff like that. I'm like, go ahead, try that and see how that happens. Once again, you try to only cater to white people, they're gonna cater to Trump. They are the white racists. They've already chosen their winner for next year, and that's Donald Trump.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's nothing else better out there than that guy, so might as well. It's just
the one thing he's done good for black people is he has exposed the heart of this country, and he has exposed the evil in this country, and he's waking a lot of black people to be more political, and hopefully soon we'll start becoming more economic too, by going to our own businesses and stuff and not supporting these racist businesses like Gucci and stuff like that.
Well, you know, the white lower class, middle class, you know, they're going through something with these drugs. I'm going to assume that the drugs, the meth, the pills, the opioids were coming in for us, and we and somehow or another, you know, all of us collectively have said, yeah, no, thanks. We saw what crack did. And these cats are this elephant tranquilizer. I'm in Alachua County in Florida. We've had 2 deaths from that carfentanil already.
Yeah, aren't they stealing those from veterinarian offices to get that stuff?
I don't know what do you get an elephant tranquilizer for? We don't have elephants running around out here. I mean,
what the hell are you doing? You know where some of these drugs are actually coming from? They're coming from Mexico, Canada, and China.
Yeah, I'm like
China. And then they even said that because China is mad with the United States, they're like, they're not going to care what goes through. And they know that. And plus, you had a lot of doctors being racist against black people, saying we're going to heavily medicate the white people so they can feel better and give us so basically,
ploy, man. Like I said, I'm in Florida. That ploy worked against them. They will not even write a script. I have PTSD, so like I can take Xanax, I can take Klonopin, I can take a couple other things, and so when I have an anxiety attack, so they won't even write a script. Like I have a doctor, and I've had a doctor for about 10 years at this point, and you know he doesn't have a problem continuing my medication, but like if I go to another doctor, I'm gonna be ass out. And I noticed the doctors when I had my twins, they were really stingy with what types of meds they give, and that's with everybody brown. So we didn't even have access to those meds. So what happened? Huh?
Yes, you're correct. That's true.
Yeah. So what happened is the white kids went in their grandma's medicine cabinets and everything, and it's all over. But the black kids and the black people, we're not the Haitians down south, South Florida and whatnot. We're not on that stuff. It's them walking around like zombies, literally.
Yeah,
and you know what?
They say that we have a high tolerance for pain.
Medical racism. The medical racism actually saved our community.
It did.
And damaged theirs with the opioid crisis.
It did.
So like I said, karma.
It did. I hate to say karma and everything, but you know, these damn assholes. Remember, what was that lady's name? Pam Biondi. She was real crazy about the prescriptions and whatnot. And was it Pam Biondi? Who was our state attorney general? I think it was Pam Biondi, the chick with blonde hair. But they set up this database. So even now, what's coming is the ADD medications. Like I have my 2 twins, they're 10. One has hyperactivity and the other is with ADD. So all these ADD medications, Adderall and all this stuff, people are out here really tripping about some damn Adderall and whatever. I'm gonna say 18, 17, 18, 19-year-olds. And then the stay-at-home moms I find in the neighborhood, not me in my neighborhood, but in the neighborhood, you see people are looking for this stuff. Like you can look for it, you can find it on Craigslist. And it's like, God damn, these people are really tripping out here. So it's getting ready to be some other stuff come along because you can't get off of methadone. So they have methadone clinics around. And methadone is really, really as hard, if not harder, to get off than heroin. So it's really the doctors, with their being stingy with the scripts, really saved us. They really did. They did us a damn favor.
Yep, it did. All right, now I'm about to get on to our next topic.
Okay.
Remember the white guy that decided to go try to invoke a race war by killing a random black person, but he wanted to go after interracial couples? Well, this is him right here, and he did this in New York because he knows a big city, and now he has been sentenced to life imprisonment. He actually his name is James Jackson. He pled guilty to murdering 66-year-old Timothy Coffin. That was the old elderly black man that was murdered by this man right here.
Yeah, I remember that.
See, this guy wanted to kill black men to scare black men away from white women and provoke a race war. Now, he was on camera running either away from his murder or to go attack someone. He actually skipped over an interracial couple, which would be his actual target, but he missed that target and ended up killing an elderly black male. And now he did plead guilty, and now he's going to go to jail. He has been charged as a hate crime, and now he's actually being sentenced to life with no parole.
So he tripped over an interracial couple in trying to get away from running away from the scene of the crime.
I'm not sure if that's what happened. I'm not sure when he actually did the killing, but he was caught on camera. And then he didn't. Now it didn't show the attack, but he was caught on camera trying to walk or run from somewhere or to somewhere.
But he passed right by his target.
Yeah, he never knew who the couple was. Oh. He didn't even know if they were a couple or not. And they may not have been the target, although he was going after people like that.
Wow, what a degenerate. What an idiot.
No, he's an Einstein, remember? He's an Einstein. He has a high IQ.
Why they don't start? I mean, it's perfectly fine. You want to go on a murderous rampage? Fine, great, wonderful. Why don't you start with yourself?
Yes.
I mean, I support that. Start with yourself while you're going on this murderous rampage. Great, fine. I think that would be a great idea. Why he didn't start with himself?
Yeah. I see what you're getting there. I'm seeing what you're getting there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if he killed himself first, then his murdering rampage would have been a great idea.
Well, he would have been successful, at least.
Yeah.
Idiot.
So, Penny, you have anything to say?
No, I was just thinking about another story. And actually, I thought this was it, but it's not. It was a white guy killed a black student. He was standing at the bus stop. I think he went to Howard University, and he was about
to. In DC.
Yeah, he was about to graduate, and I think he was going into the military.
Aww.
The guy standing.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That case is still going on right now.
Yeah, see, JDawg, that type of story right there. That's the stuff that kind of really,
that hurts my heart.
It does. It does.
Mm.
And that's why we're gonna have to eventually get to the point where we're gonna have to start learning how to defend ourselves, start learning how to punch, kick, and most importantly, start getting some permits.
Oh, I have my concealed carry. I've had mine since I left Virginia. Yep. This is my second state I've had a concealed carry, and I had one in Virginia.
Yep.
Well, JDawg, I'm going to jump off. This has been a lot of fun, though.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, Penny, where you been hiding at?
I haven't.
Oh, well, I haven't seen you around. Maybe I've been hiding too.
You haven't been listening to the YouTube streets, have you?
You know what? I might have to message you later.
Right,
when you said that, I was like, oh yeah.
JDawg doesn't get caught up in those YouTube streets.
No, he doesn't. I try to lay low my dad.
Probably that's why I don't get a lot of subscribers either. I don't go into a lot of streams and stuff like that.
Yeah, JDawg is not about the drama.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm just trying to build my channel. There was another topic I wanted to bring up. Remember the rapper Willie McCoy, who got killed by those 6 officers who just fired at him just for no reason while he was trying to sleep at a parking lot at a Taco Bell because I think he got tired or sick or something.
He was sleeping?
Yes, he was sleeping in the car.
Sleeping in the car.
How the hell is that an aggressive? Was he snoring too loud? I mean, what's going on here?
Exactly.
He was asleep. Oh, he was snoring for his gun. What? Come on. What the hell?
Well, it turns out one of those officers has killed an unarmed man in 2018 before. See, the murder of William McCoy happened this year, but one of those cops actually killed another unarmed man in last year.
Damn. I think if you have a shoot, you should be on some type of probationary period for a year. I really do. Because it would take that long to bring criminal or punitive civil charges against you and, get it all worked out and everything, the appeals and all that stuff. I really think you ought to not be able to on the job carry or like you do
they
some
need to put
administrative.
They need to give you a desk job. They need to give them a desk job.
It's administrative. Go stop traffic for the kids at school. Something, I don't know. Something else.
All right, now I'm about to tell you the officer's name and the victim that he killed. Well, not the name of the victim, but the officer at Vallejo in California goes by the name of Ralph McMahon. He was the officer that they're pointing out in this article that I'm looking at. I know y'all probably don't see the article because I haven't not sharing my screen. But according to this, last year in February, he killed a black father of 2.
Wow.
Yeah, because it doesn't mention the black guy who he killed, but he was supposed to have been a black father, unarmed. And now the 2 children that black father has don't have their father no more. And yet he was on the cars so he could kill another person. And guess what? He did kill another person. This time it was Willie McCoy.
Nobody cannot tell me that this stuff is not orchestrated. I'm just not going to believe it. Even, with the DOJ's report, the FBI stats, that FBI report coming out basically saying that you have white nationalists and Klan members infiltrating law enforcement. No one can tell me that these things are just happening.
Oh no, Penny! Like here in let's see, is it Columbia County? Down here in Florida, there was 4 correctional officers that had lightning bolts tattooed on them. 4.
Yes, and that Starbucks incident with those black guys in there. One of the arresting officers, he had some a white nationalist tattoo.
Wow.
And I'm just like, really? They know that these guys are infiltrating law enforcement, but just FYI, just so you know.
Yeah, but they want to go after IE and stuff like that. Hey, Dark Void. Hey, Nicole. Oh, by the way, for those who are not in the chat room, once again, I just brought back the link to join in. Oh, you can't right now? Okay. Do you want to come in, Dark Void? Hey, Tony Garrison. Hey, Tony, you want to come on in? Like I said, anyone who is just coming in, there's a link to come in the panel. All right. But I mean, if you're able to, but just want y'all to know. So thank you for coming in, and make sure y'all hit that like button. Also, you're able to share this live stream and so and so. All right. Yeah, I think I talked about incidents like that. We got a lot of random topics, Tony, as we come along. So, I mean, I already have them kind of planned out, but we're just bringing them up.
Have you
Right
met
now,
Have you met RBR? Real Brother
no.
Radio.
Don't do that. Don't summons him. Don't do that.
Just wondering.
I've
I love
heard
RBR,
him.
but
I've
I'm
watched
not I don't have time.
videos with him in it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was going to warn you if you don't know him. If he, I don't, if he hadn't taken his meds or whatever, you don't want to invite him up. He's got a swirly.
I kind of already know who he is and stuff like
Okay.
that. So I'll if he happens to show up, I'll have to get rid of the links so he doesn't come in. Because I see some of his videos, and I see
Bratwurst.
yeah, and I even see how he talks to people on different live streams and stuff. So
yeah, he's interesting.
Now back to the situation with the cops. I did videos and live streams about how I talk about how there was a conversation in Portland between a cop and a wing leader. And then there was a guy in Virginia. Yeah, it was a guy in Virginia that was rumored to be affiliated with the live stream, and it was a group of activists that exposed them through Facebook.
Yeah, we have the Proud Boys or something like that down here. It's ugly.
Yeah.
And you know what gets me? I want to hear y'all's opinion on this. Is Black people in general? Is that me echoing? Okay. Black people in general seem like when we say, "Oh, these people are doing XYZ, XYZ," they say, "Oh, we got to pray that our time is coming, and we got to treat this with love and all this stuff." I'm tired of loving. I'm tired of being patient.
Yeah, those them Jeebus Bible thumpers, those so-called blacks. Matter of fact, let me show you who I'm going to show you this article concerning Ralph Northam and stuff like that, if I can find it.
I'm just so tired of hearing about, these people are doing us all kinds of ways till Sunday. And you're talking about, oh, you telling me you can't get in here and figure out what the hell these supremacists are doing and do the same thing in reverse to them?
Well, it's funny to me that we've been indoctrinated with these scriptures about praying and forgiving your enemies 70
a damn grudge.
But we don't do anything to them, but yet they, we don't get that kind of forgiveness and sympathy. And honestly, I don't care. I don't want them to forgive me for anything because I'm not going to forgive them. I'm not.
I know there's a lot of people are now starting to wake up to the fact that we're going to have to stop that forgiveness and stuff, or that apology and stuff like that, because they don't accept our apologies. They don't forgive us. They double down with their punishments and stuff. But you know what? Yeah, that's a lot of the old school Bible thumpers and stuff like that. These fake civil rights leaders that or so-called black leaders and the Bible thumpers, these worship Jesus. Yeah, brainwashed church people that do all that forgiveness crap and stuff like that. I'm like, if they try to kill me, if they purposely try to kill me, why should I show sympathy to anyone that tries to kill me?
Exactly.
I understand if we were in a car accident and it wasn't their fault, it was an accident and stuff, and they wanted and at least tried to help out, try to get me out of the burning car and stuff like that, even if they hit a wrong turn and they really want to do anything to make it right. But these people that are purposely trying to kill or say the N-word and stuff like that, no, I ain't gonna forgive them. You have showed that you despise me. So then when you don't forgive them stuff, you be like, you're going to hell. You have too much hate in your heart. You hate her. Okay, fine. You know what?
Right.
That's fine, because I'm not going to show no weakness.
You're right. I'm Petty LaBelle. Goddamn.
I'd rather be wrong and strong than weak and right.
I like that girl in McDonald's, that dude and grabbed over the can. I would never forget him, and I would be praying that that an anvil fell on his head every morning when he got out.
That's what I'm gonna pray for vengeance.
I sure am. I sure would. I wouldn't give a damn. This damn Christian shit they gave us, they took away our ability to call spirits. I'm not saying like voodoo and all that evil stuff, but they took away our ability to call upon the energy of our natural nature and gave us this damn Bible and be turned the other cheek. I ain't turning shit. You can turn the other cheek of my behind. That's what you can do. I am not about that forgive and forget stuff. I'm not about that. Oh, we just gonna figure it out. No, I'm not about it. I'm not about it. Not about none of it.
We already figured out this is America. There, we figured it out. Now we gotta actually how we're gonna destroy racism. I want to know that plan. Or how we're going to get at these how we're going to do the Haitian Revolution. That's what we like.
We got to figure out how to have some money to begin with, or we got to figure out to see where the what do you call that shit? What's Overwatch? The shadow government, where they're going, because they say they're going to go into Venezuela and get their oil. Now, if we all were smart thinking people, we would be trying to figure out what kind of oil companies they got over there. Because if they're going to go over there and tap in that pipeline and frack their oil out of Venezuela, that means oil is either going to go down or it's going to go up over there. So we should be looking into somebody needs to do some research. So we can all just sit back and be calm and create some wealth by default, because when they do wars, that's when they make their money. The dollar is not backed on any type of metals anymore. It's backed on us going into countries that have resources. That's all they're going to do.
Yeah, and that's one reason why I fear that they're going to try to go into South Africa and try to go after the EFF. Or try to disrupt the new Haitian revolution that's going on over there. The Haitians are fighting against their government, and then Trump is talking about what's going on in South Africa. I'm like, I hope the South Africans are prepared to fight America too.
Well, I doubt they're going to South Africa because that's kind of far away. But we have the Panama Canal, so you can get around to Venezuela, and we have and Venezuela is kind of close. I mean,
not to mention Venezuela hates America, or at least their leader is, because Venezuela is trying to get away from the dollar. Oh, and yes, Dark Void and K Archie. Oh, that's right. You already in here, K Archie. You talk about Charles Bronson, the movie Death Wish.
Yeah, that was my man. I love Charles Bronson. It was crazy so.
Yeah, he didn't play. How many? It was like three different versions of that. That guy.
And you had the remake with Bruce Willis, but still,
Charles
Yeah.
Bronson was the goat on that. I mean, maybe Clint Eastwood could have did that, but Charles Bronson was already a scowling looking something as it was.
Well, JDawg, I'm gonna jump off again. Thank you. This was really fun. I enjoyed it. And
All
Hey,
right.
Penny.
okay, Archie, you know I'll see you around the way.
Yeah, I see. I see.
All right,
All right.
see you.
We'll
Bye.
talk.
First of
Bye
all,
bye.
Archie, I want to mark you, Penny. Make sure everyone is subscribed to Penny. Make sure y'all subscribe to Archie too. But yeah, thank you for coming in. Hopefully, you'll be able to come in many future live streams.
Yeah, I get the link, not the link. I get the notification, and I'm part of so many groups. I never get a chance to get over here, and I always wanted to because I had subscribed to you. I seen you somewhere, and I had subscribed to you, so I finally got a chance to get over here, and I'm very happy. Thank you for sending me the link and everything.
Yeah, but sometimes a lot of people don't get notifications, and we all know why.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. That's why I'm hoping Black Junction will get their notification thing a lot better once, they start progressing with their system.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you from Penny Packs. Penny Sparks. Yeah, once again, make sure everyone subscribes to Penny Sparks. And thank you for giving your email. Maybe I'll send you more emails in my videos, so that can help you with notifications. That's what I do. I send I send links to my emails and stuff to people's emails and Google Hangout and stuff until I get better with notifications. I think you have to get how the system is set up is you got to get more more supporters in order for them to boost your notifications up.
Probably. Yeah. But I thank you for the link and the invite, and I certainly will join you next time if I'm able to.
All right.
All right, then we'll see you later.
Okay. Oh, it looks like TechMet with Miss Les is back in the chat room. Hey, if you want to come again, TechMet, here's the link if you want to come back in. And thank you anyway. All right. So, yep. Now we're going to Miss Les. Okay. Oh, all right. All right. Yeah, so we're gonna continue on. Yeah, article I showed you just earlier showed you had a lot of the look, Crew is here. Hey Crew, here's the link if you want to come on in. Article I just showed that Ralph Northam is trying to do his apology tour with meeting civil rights leaders and stuff like that. I'm like, you need to resign, Ralph Northam. But yet you're gonna have them go after Justin Fairfax. And Justin Fairfax, the so-called alleged accusers are now going to meet with the Virginia House of Delegates because the Republican-controlled House of Delegates are going to try to impeach Justin, but they're going to leave alone Ralph Northam. I'm like, but then how this country is. All right. Matter of fact, since we're bringing up the subject, as you know, R. Kelly is now facing jail time. He's now just been turned. He turned himself in and faces 2 counts of sexual misconduct after some tapes were found by Michael Ivana, even though he probably got those tapes from ambulance chaser and racist Gloria Allstein. Gloria Allred. And first of all, I'm not defending R. Kelly because we know of his past, and if he did the things he did, then yeah, he needs to go to jail. But his bond is set at I think $100 million or something, or $100,000 or something, whichever one. So he's out on he's not out yet, but hold on. Yeah. So yeah. Hey crew, if you want to come on in, here's the link to come on in. I think I also left the link in your email or something. So if you want to come on in and bring us your 2 cents on the situation, that'll be good. All right. Once again, here's the link to come in the panel. If you can't come in through here, I'll send you a link in your email if I have your email or on Google Hangout and stuff. All right. You know, there's really not much of the R. Kelly situations that he already been arrested. He's supposed to appear in court soon. But now here's something I really do want to talk about, what the media is trying to ignore. Wait, hold on. Hi. Here's what the media is trying to ignore. First, let me click off my screen real quick. There is a case going on involving this person. Now, I'm surprised some media outlets are talking about this, but you have Patriots owner Robert Kraft charged with soliciting a prostitution. I'm trying to say this is a video or something real quick. It's not, then.
Getting some breaking news this morning. New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft for that little Dominic Chu. It is cute, Dom.
All right, Paul, what we are learning right now is, according to NBC News, the Jupiter, Florida Police Department has just concluded a press conference where Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, is being charged with solicitation of prostitution after hundreds are arrested in an investigation or sting operation regarding human trafficking at massage parlors. The presser is just finishing up right now. We're kind of going through some of the details right now. This particular instance here, we have reached out to both the Patriots and the NFL for comments on this. That's what we know for right now. We're going to go through and try to pull what we can from this particular press conference by the Jupiter PD. But still, obviously a very high-profile name celebrating their Super Bowl victory. So not a good situation given what's happened with Robert Kraft right now. But we'll get more details as we know more on our side. But Carl, obviously a very stunning development here for right now. Again, being charged at this stage. We'll bring you more as we know more here, guys. Back over to you.
It is stunning, to say the least, Dom. Local paper reports that detectives have said these were captured on surveillance video. It does seem like a sting in the works for some time. Obviously, implications for, I don't know, Eric Chemi, one of the most powerful owners in all of professional sports.
Yeah, that's right. When you think about the Patriots, it could be one of the two most valuable franchises in the NFL in all of the country. In American sport, Robert Kraft has a great reputation. He's on CNBC a lot, as we know. Thought he was a real great business leader, what he's done with that team as an owner, as a manager, as a business executive. So this is tough news to hear today, and we're going to have to see what happens going forward with it.
A 6-month investigation. The Sebastian Police Department is saying, and the Vero Beach Police Department, involving multiple jurisdictions, has culminated by charging nearly 200 subjects with over 200 counts of solicitation. The main targets of the investigation also charged with various counts of law violations, including racketeering, direct support from prostitution, and transportation for prostitution. Eric, this is wide-ranging. We barely know anything about it, but this is wide-ranging.
I know it just came out just seconds ago, so we're still going through it. We know one name. If there's 200 other people, we're probably going to hear about some other names. And usually, when wealthy people are involved in this, it's not usually one. There's other people. So I'm sure we're going to find out some other names that we're familiar with on this channel for sure.
All right, there you have it. So let's see what happens. Kraft is even friends with Donald Trump. I think I think there was something where it talked about where Trump even talked about the situation. I'm not sure if I can find it. Oh yeah, right here. President Trump is like he proclaimed his innocence totally. This is here on charges is very sad. It was very surprised to see it. All right, so yeah, as you know, he's Robert Kraft is a huge Trump supporter, so that's gonna ask questions, because Donald Trump, he has allegations against him in the past, and then of course there was that Access Hollywood tape, the grab him by the where. Let's see here. Yes, you're right, Dark. Trump's a pedophile himself. And you also said here that these white, privileged, rich people, men and women, been doing this for decades. Their ancestors been doing this for centuries. Bunch of pedophiles. The LGBTQ was created to hide it. Okay. I'll click off my screen. Yeah, but they want to punish Bill Cosby over hearsay, and now they're going after R. Kelly. R. Kelly has to go by the letter of the law, and but yet Robert Kraft, he gets standing ovation and stuff like that. But I'll see what happens when updates come up, and I hope they find some kind of karma happens that hurts Robert Kraft, because I found out that some of those women he was with were foreigners, illegal immigrants and stuff like that. I think it was a couple Asian women or something like that. So yeah, he going in them parlors, they're known to do all that stuff. Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to. Oh, y'all gotta check out this video I'm about to show next. But yeah, it's kind of karma coming to Robert Kraft, but he's gonna find a way to get away with it. I'm gonna show y'all this one. All right. And do these Trump supporters start young? I want y'all to look at the disturbance of this video right here.
Yeah, they're doing. All right, so we got marshmallows, go cups, we got the signs up. The proceeds help Trump build the wall, and then hot chocolate $2 for one hot chocolate, and then we're just doing marshmallows. So you can get a Nancy Pelosi marshmallow, the big kind, for extra 50 cents, or these beta marshmallows are free. So they get options on how to go about doing it. We've had one customer over here, and then looks like we may have another customer. I don't know. So that's two. We just now going. So we'll see how it goes. How was it? Pretty good hot chocolate. So what are we out here doing?
I want to know. I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm really dying to know. For those who are watching, I just really want to know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm like, they're starting young. I'm like, instead of Donald Trump threatening to shut the government down and trying to threaten the Democrats, won't he just hire this little kid to help give him money for his wall? Get a bunch of kids, sell all kinds of stuff, and give the wall money to Trump. Maybe, instead of trying to get the Mexicans to do it, here, the kid that's going to pay for the wall. Let's not have Mexico pay for it. Let's not do a government shutdown. Let's help get this kid to pay for the free wall. Man, look what this world has come to. This world has come to. All right. Let's see. I want to know if I got any other topics I want to talk about. If not, then oh yeah, I want to look at this. Yeah, let's go back. I want to show you this other tweet I want to show. This is from the First Dem movement. It says, at Shea Butter's Twitter all caught up in their feelings. Now they understand what First Dem is all about. They learn the hard way. We line hashtag ADOS, hashtag America DOS. See, you got Ed Buck. People are not going after, yes, the Nazi youth is still around. You have Ed Buck, who had black gay men dead at his house, no charges. There's no dead people in the situation with Justin Smollett and R. Kelly, yet they've been either arrested or charged, or both. See why there's and then you have a certain. It's like there's no such thing as white privilege. There's no such thing as if you look at this tweet right here, I believe there's a whole lot of white privilege going on in this situation, just with this one guy. Then I heard there was a someone that was in the Coast Guard, I believe, was harboring weapons, stuff like that. Oh, right here. Someone by the name of Christopher Hansen, who stockpiled weapons, applied list of lawmakers and wanted white homeland. And I think, yeah, this guy was a Coast Guard lieutenant, and was arrested for domestic terror. Oh, and he's a white guy. They actually called a white person a domestic terrorist for once. Hooray! Finally. What took so long to put down domestic terrorists? Yes, Democrats and Republicans are racist, two sides of the coin. Still, finally, it took the arrest of a Coast Guard lieutenant to finally call a white person a domestic terrorist. After all the mass shootings we've had in this country, it took a Coast Guard lieutenant stockpiling weapons, hasn't killed anyone yet, to call a white person a domestic terrorist. So this individual goes by the name of Christopher Paul Hansen, and he's due to appear Thursday in federal court in Maryland after his arrest on guns and drugs offenses. But prosecutors say those charges are the probable tip of the iceberg. First of all, I hope this guy goes underneath the jail. All that fire, all that ammunition, and look all. I'm like, why you have to stockpile? See, if a black person, it had to be just a toy gun, and all it takes a toy gun for us to be shot. Notice that after all these weapons, the guy still got to walk to court. A black guy just carrying a toy gun, and that black guy is shot. Look what happened to that Crawford guy. That just a toy gun, and the black guy is still shot so many times. I mean, they'll call the ATF on us for call the ATF on that guy over a toy gun, but barely will do anything about a white person if he had all this stockpile of weapons. You have to actually see it. So like I said, so far he hasn't appeared in court yet. He was arrested this past week. Like I said, I hope he goes underneath the jail. I hope they find him guilty and he goes underneath the jail. But he was targeting lawmakers. You know what? I think that's all the topics I really do want to bring up for today's live stream. So I'm about to wrap this up. Oh, wait, hold on. There's one more I want to bring up. Don't go yet, but there's one more I want to bring up. And we're gonna stop. Because I meant to bring up this story, and I'm finally going to bring it up. They're calling her Sidewalk Susie. So basically, hold on. So basically, there was a black couple, and a little baby was having a photo shoot with some white camera woman, and then some rich woman by the name of Francie Neely tried to confront them and try to mess up the Photoshop. Turns out this Francie Neely was the former ex-wife of a owner of a sports team here in America, and was able to walk away with like $30-something. And she, instead of enjoying her money, she goes around and this couple when the couple is trying to do a photo shoot with their baby. Races behind, so I'm going to play this video real quick. So,
a toddler's happy day dissolves into chaos.
Keep doing it.
This woman, a millionairess, confronts the little girl's parents who were taking her on her first birthday. She was upset that a blanket and birthday balloons were set up on the brick walkway.
Shame on you.
As the top mom shouts at the woman, she's after the dad.
You're crazy.
She then picks up a Pomeranian dog and strikes again. It happened at this scenic park in a ritzy neighborhood of Houston that is a popular location for wedding and family photos. So who's the lady in question? Her name is Francie Neely, and she turns out to be a well-known socialite, the ex-wife of the owner of Houston Astros baseball team. When they divorced in 2015, she reportedly got $30 million. Neely can be seen dragging the child's blanket.
See, but that wasn't enough. Getting all that money wasn't enough. You just had to find any excuse to go after black people. She is not well deserving of that fortune, especially how the way she's acting. And I hope that the black couple sues this lady and sues her out of all that money she got. Hope they win their court case too. But I think that's all the topic I'm going to talk about. I want to thank everyone in the chat room, and also want to thank the two ladies, Kay Archer and Penny Sparks, are coming over. Make sure you subscribe to their channels. I want to thank them for coming on earlier, having discussion, and that's all. I'm gonna wrap this up. Hope, but that's another live stream. Hope to do one and sometime in the future. But that's all I have to say now. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in another video or live stream. Peace, everyone.